Regardless of the fact that the people of the world now have advanced technologies, there are still a lot of unknown events that take place in our world, especially in the sky. So, I would like to show you some mysterious sky events recorded on video. Weird flashes appear all over the world that make people wonder what they are. The majority of scientists believe that these flashes are due to asteroids and meteors flying by. Here is a video of a mysterious flash that was recorded in Russia in 2017. The local residents were confused and scared. The local police received a lot of phone calls. People also said that they heard a loud noise. So as a result, many believe that it was a meteor flashing by. It could not have been lightning, since that day there was no reports of thunderstorms in the area. In South Carolina, this woman recorded this strange sky that looked like waves from the ocean. It could be a coincidence, however, a lot of people believe that it's the result of the secret weapon, HAARP, that is developed to manually affect the weather.
This is what the sky looks like. Never seen it in my life. It looks almost like, I don't even know how to explain it.
On July 9, 2015, Texas residents witnessed a UFO that appeared above them. The most interesting thing is that instead of the regular plate-shaped UFO ship, they saw a geometric cube. Of course, there are a bunch of photos by different people posted on social websites. Here is one of them. This man from El Paso also signed under the photo that before the cube's appearance, a strong wind appeared from out of nowhere. Here, another man snapped pictures of this event. From his angle, we can see that it's not a cube, but rather a cuboid. Another woman reported that she saw this cube when she went for her lunch break. At first she thought that it was just a huge balloon, but when she took a closer look, she realized that the cube had a really enormous size, and it was making a weird noise. Of course, this cube could be a prank, but what if it was really an alien ship? On December 2016, residents of a Russian city recorded this weird UFO object. People recorded this UFO and uploaded it to the social network websites. See these two unknown objects that appear in the sky.
Первый раз в жизни такое?
Вообще.
Четко ведь видно.
Конечно, она ворочается.
Right after the New Year, 3 suns rose above several cities in Europe. 2 or 3 suns appearing in the sky is an optical illusion that is very rare. It usually only happens in really cold weather when the sun reflects lights into the icy air. This unknown event was recorded by a telescope in Hawaii. Scientists believe that the source of this light came from the Earth. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.
Hey YouTube, this is James Leffer with the Impossible channel. It seems that we have an alien invasion. I know that a lot of you believe that this might be a deception, something that the humans might be actually doing and not aliens, right? But if it's the case, then you should be warned. It's happening. This is like a lot of videos are coming in, one after another. Now, if this is really an alien invasion of some sort, they're probably coming from Nibiru or Planet X, which was spotted by a subscriber of ours. And this video is just gonna shock you just as the UFO videos. This is actually more shocking than the UFO videos, because the UFO videos, folks, they could be CGI. What I'm about to show you, this isn't. This is a normal time-lapse of what's supposed to be a giant anomaly in the sky. Planet? Sun, dwarf star, I don't know, you name it. People are calling this Planet X, and it's getting bigger. Now the thing is, it's June 18th during this recording, if I'm not mistaken, and the moon is not supposed to be even half full. It's almost vanished. It's not even supposed to be in the sky. I mean, like, so this is, whatever this is, people are mistaking it for the moon. But this isn't. Don't be fooled. One of the reasons is when the sun is up, it disappears out of thin air. So if you have anything you want to send it over to thatimpossiblechannel@gmail.com. I'll be waiting for you. And don't forget to leave a like, comment what you think about all this. This is really crazy, isn't it? And share it. I'll see you again.
Também tá fazendo. Vamos. Say hi. Parece muito lindo os sóis. Ali, ó. Ali tem os sóis. Ali tem outro. Gente, eu tô mostrando, ó. Um ali e outro ali, ó. Vocês acham que vocês só tem um só aqui em Nova York? Ali, ó. Um. Nós não estamos mentindo.
What the fuck is that, nigga? That's That's crazy, bro.
今日は3月10日2011年ここに見える雲は本当変わっているのでちょっと撮影しています。
Got it, sweet. This is the 8th or 9th one that went over.
That is fucking weird. Not lanterns because it's not windy.
Dude, it looks like a red light.
What the fuck is it? It's orange, but... There's Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
I know, you're probably right.
That is fucking weird.
Dude, what is it?
I'm gonna tell you, dude.
What is that?
It could be the drones. Dude, they authorize you put 30,000 drones in the air.
That's 8 or 9.
You know.
You still see it?
Yeah, but I can't get it on the camera. It's easy as hell to see. This is bullshit.
What is that? Kijk, there, over there, in the wolken, in the clouds. What is it?
Tonight, investigators are trying to solve a bizarre mystery in Flagler County.
A number of people say they felt the ground shake today. Several people around the Palm Coast area called in to report it. And people in the Daytona North area, as well as in Deltona and as far north as St. Augustine, say they felt it too. Channel 9's Jason Allen is live in Flagler County, and Jason, some worried it was an earthquake.
The Emergency Management Office has been on the phone here all day trying to figure this out. This was not a boom, an audible boom, at least not as described to us, but it was more of an actual shaking, buildings shaking. In fact, a dispatcher here at the county actually felt it happen.
I live alone, I'm blind, and a while ago the house was shaking. Did you happen to know what?
I'm not sure. We're actually getting quite a few calls about it now. We're having someone check it out, okay?
That 911 call was one of about a dozen calls that poured into Flagler County about 9:30 Friday morning. An unexplained phenomenon described as everything from a low rumble to a window-shaking movement rattled residents from St. Augustine to Palm Coast.
Around rumbled and the building rumbled, and definitely abnormal for here.
We found at least 2 people who have experienced sonic booms and earthquakes from time spent in California.
That's what it felt like. It definitely felt like an earthquake.
Enough to make you look toward the ocean and go, okay, what's next? Tsunami?
5/21, 2011. It's right now 4:40.
2:47 a.m. on a Saturday morning. This noise has been going on since like 3 o'clock, off and on. I don't know what the hell that is. See the moon up there shining bright. That noise. What the hell it is?
Check this shit out. Listen to that. That is fucking crazy.
Where's that from?
I don't know. Sounds like a giant flame or something. I'm gonna walk across the street. Idea what that is. That's the weirdest shit I've ever heard.
Feels like it's getting close, Adela. Yeah. There went something. What is that? That feels like it's getting very close. Where is it? It's not back that way. It's up in this corner. Don't go out there. Do you see anything? I know it's coming from there somewhere.
Get the kids in the bathroom.
I hear the wind.
Get the kids in the bathroom.
Get the bathroom. Kid. It's getting close. Jesus, Jesus. good, y'all. No, I don't see anything yet. Did you see the lightning? Oh God, I don't feel good. Oh Lord, in the name of Jesus. Why is there nothing on TV? Jesus. Keep the tornadoes away from the house, please. What was that? I don't know where the safest part of the town was at. It's on the ground for sure, I feel it. You see anything? Yes, ma'am. Have there been any reports of any tornadoes out towards the airport? Because it's really, really loud out here. I'm on Spring Hill Road on Walnut Grove Lane. It's about 3 miles south on Spring Hill Road. And it has just been going on for a while now. Walnut Grove Lane. Sorry, I'm shaking. Okay, I don't, okay. Okay, thank you so much. They got a lot of calls, but she said we don't know if it's a tornado or not. They got to if it is to get into the state. Uh-oh, what was that? I don't hear it anymore, Tim. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Whew.
You seen what's happening over there?
What's going on?
There's one going up and joining it.
Yeah?
It's going right fucking to it.
That line?
Yeah, there's one coming up from the bottom.
On the left? Oh, the one at the bottom, yeah, it's split.
No, it's coming up. There's
It's
one
coming up to it? It's coming up to it. I got it on film right now.
So,
Listen.
it just disappeared, Mars.
What did?
The trail that was making that trail went all the way up to there, and it just disappeared again.
Okay, I got something else on here.
Out an alert warning of asteroid that could hit Earth, causing immense suffering and death if this asteroid will hit the Earth. NASA says, pray if it's so. There's an embedded video by NASA concerning their asteroid redirect mission and Earth planetary defense from celestial bodies inbound for Earth that could possibly devastate Earth as it did 65 million years ago when an asteroid hit the Earth in the Yucatan Peninsula and making the dinosaurs extinct. The White House and NASA discuss asteroid redirect missions. Officials from the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, OSTP, and NASA held a live asteroid redirect mission ARM, for short, discussion at the Space Agency's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. During the event Wednesday, September 14th, 2016, OSTP, as we said, Office of Science and Technology, Dr. John Holdren, NASA's Administrator Charles Bolden, and ARM Project Manager Dr. Michelle Gates. ARM, as we said, is the Asteroid Redirect Mission, highlighted the mission's scientific and technological benefits and how the mission will support NASA's goal of sending humans to Mars, and how the Asteroid Redirect Mission will demonstrate technology relevant to defending Earth from potentially hazardous asteroids. Asteroids which are bodies of rock that can measure anything up to 600 miles across and which orbit the Sun. Fewer than 10,000 of these asteroids, which could one day pose a threat to Earth, have so far been identified. So most of them have not been identified. NASA will launch a probe into the skies later today in a groundbreaking mission to bring back a sample from an asteroid, the first for the American Space Agency. The probe is called OSIRIS-REx, short for Origins, Spectral Interpretation, Resource Identification, Security, Regolith Explorers. Will lift off from Florida's Cape Canaveral at 19:05 Eastern Daylight Time. That's around midnight UK time this evening. Built by, the thing is that they do not make it clear in here. They call it an asteroid, whereas Wikipedia calls it a minor planet. Bennu 101955, a carbonaceous asteroid in the Apollo group, was discovered by the Linear Project September 11th, 1999. It's a potential Earth impactor. It's listed on the Sentry risk table with the second highest rating on the Palermo Technical Impact Hazard Scale due to a 1 in 2,700 chance of impacting Earth in the 22nd century. So that's in about 100 years. It is the planned target of the OSIRIS-REx mission, which is intended to return samples to Earth in 2023 for further study. Bennu has a mean diameter of about 500 meters, about 1,600 feet, and has been observed extensively by the Arecibo Observatory Planetary Radar and Goldstone Deep Space Network. As a physical description, Bennu is a roughly spheroid shape, resembling a spinning top. The direction of rotation about its axis is retrograde with respect to its orbit. Bennu has a fairly smooth shape with one prominent 20-meter boulder on its surface. This is all from Wikipedia. Origin and evolution. Carbonaceous material composed asteroid Bennu originally came from dying stars such as red giants and supernova. According to the accretion theory, this material came together about 4.5 billion years ago during the birth of the solar system. So asteroid Bennu's basic mineralogy and chemical nature would have been established during the first 10 million years of the solar system's formation, where the carbonaceous material underwent some geological heating and chemical transformation into more complex materials. The long-term fate of Bennu. In a span of time of concern to present-day people, the fate of Bennu that looms most significant is collision with Earth. In a much longer term, millions of years that is, it's more likely that Bennu will be destroyed by some other cause. And we have the selection for OSIRIS-REx mission, the NASA mission, New Frontiers program, launching, expected to reach the asteroid 2019, returning samples to Earth by 2023. The probe will take around 2 years to reach Bennu and will spend 505 days mapping it. It will then attempt to scoop up a sample of Bennu asteroid dust to bring back to Earth. Other space agencies have completed such missions, such as the JAXA, Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency, Hayabusa, which was the first to successfully return a sample to Earth 6 years ago, in 2010. Via the Mirror UK says, quote, NASA scientists have issued a stark warning over an asteroid that could hit the Earth, causing immense suffering and death. The crash could result in mass destruction, says experts. The space agency is sending a probe to collect rock samples from the asteroid dubbed Bennu. Bennu can be seen every 6 years from Earth, but it is expected to pass between us and the Moon. That could tweak its orbit and set it on a direct course for our planet. Experts fear that such a change will result in mass destruction, with NASA investigator Dana Loretta warning, it has been destined to cause immense suffering and death. The professor of planetary science is leading the mission to collect rock samples from the asteroid, which he says could prove vital data for future generations. The OSIRIS-REx probe will arrive 2018, spend a year surveying Bennu, which orbits the Sun at 63,000 miles per hour. Scientists are hoping that information gathered on the trip will help them to work out how the asteroid's course is affected by absorbing and radiating sunlight. Bennu is approximately, as we said, 500 meters in diameter. That's about 1,600 feet. And asteroids of this size would create craters 7 kilometers across and the equivalent of a magnitude 7 earthquake. In turn, that would cause significant damage across the area of 500 kilometers, about 310 miles. That's according to Michael Bush, planetary astronomer at the SETI Institute. By comparison, the fictitious asteroid in the Bruce Willis film Armageddon was 600 miles wide. So being prepared always is a perfect move towards living an enjoyable life.
Trump admits Nibiru is real, signs executive orders. During his historic inaugural address to the American people, President Donald J. Trump hinted at Nibiru's reality, giving a sly but affirmative wink to millions of people who have eschewed mainstream science and embraced the Nibiru truths. While speaking about the future of American prosperity, President Trump slipped in the comment, "We will unlock the mysteries of space," a poignant remark that served as a rallying cry for Nibiru believers across the world. President Trump stopped short of full disclosure for obvious reasons. The eyes of the world were upon him. Our Washington source added his thoughts. "It's obvious Trump is deeply worried about Nibiru," our source said. Since Obama burned the Nibiru dossiers, Trump knows he is facing an uphill battle. He said what he could. His comment about unlocking space mysteries was a direct reference to the Nibiru cover-up. He had to say something, he couldn't say nothing. Friends and enemies lurked all around. If he said nothing at all, Nibiru believers would have felt disenfranchised. If he said too much, his enemies would have sprung from the shadows. He struck the right balance. Across the country, Nibiru believers rejoiced. Reginald Klopscott, a former merchant marine who operates a Nibiru survival camp in Missouri, said Trump's remark was a wake-up call to all Nibiru debunkers. Recruitment, he says, skyrocketed following Trump's inaugural address. "You ain't gonna believe it," Klopscott said. "After Trump talked, we got 2 new members. We getting ready for that Nibiru. I read somewhere it's made of hardened tritium, so we are fortifying our bunkers. I know that President Trump will soon tell us everything." In Washington, President Trump had a hectic day. He was sworn in, attended a lengthy parade, joined his wife at 2 inaugural balls, and, late in the evening, took his first steps into the Oval Office. He got right to work, signing several executive orders. 2 gutted parts of Obamacare. Our White House source confirmed that President Trump signed at least 2 additional executive orders, one of which dealt with terminating the Nibiru cover-up. With a stroke of his pen, President Trump nullified 30 years of Nibiru secrecy. The executive order rescinded Ronald Reagan's Nibiru Secrecy Act of 1983, an obsolete regulation imposing stiff penalties, 50 years imprisonment and unspecified fines, on Nibiru whistleblowers. That order was controversial, our Washington source said. Reagan went overboard. After NASA's IRAS detected Nibiru in 1983, Reagan signed the executive order. It forbade any public servant, scientist, or person with true and accurate information about Nibiru from ever mentioning the word Nibiru. Reagan even had the word Nibiru removed from dictionaries. Check for yourself, you won't find the word Nibiru in any dictionary, anywhere. Our source was correct, neither Webster's nor the Oxford English Dictionary mentions the word Nibiru. Oval Office chatter suggests Trump is pacing himself. He does not want to steamroll into anything that might backfire and provide the opposition with ammunition to use against him. Regardless, Trump has stepped into a larger universe, and his day one actions clearly illustrate a steadfast resolve seldom seen in fledgling presidents.